Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Mumbai here in Hitman 2, where I need to get the hell out of here. This situation is grim and it's only getting grimmer. Let's just get outside. Okay, so we're just gonna hide out here. I think this costume's okay, right? It's just that I wasn't allowed to be in here with it. But I don't think I got seen doing stuff. Yeah, like once we're outside of this area, this costume's actually totally fine. I don't know how well it's going to function out on the street, but we'll burn that bridge when we come to it, I guess. Okay, that guy could be a problem. I'm really, really glad I brought the lockpick this time. Apparently, we are never leaving home without it again. Alright, so unfortunately, we did not get any additional information about the identity of the Maelstrom while dealing with Vanya, so we're just gonna have to run around to all of the people who have the blue mark over their heads and investigate their faces one by one. I cannot climb these tires. Of course not. What was I thinking? Who could possibly climb a tire? Certainly not a man in absolute peak, really, honestly, beyond Olympic level fitness. No, never. Okay, we're cool, and apparently I'm allowed to just carry around this AK-47. It's totally fine. Not a big deal. Those guys are talking about the movie, so we can just kind of ignore that conversation, probably. Excuse me, fellas. Okay, let's run around to some blue marks, shall we? Apparently Diana has used the city's panopticon to mark all of the people who kind of look like they might be the Maelstrom, or no, just... There's actually only one mark left. Well, let's go and check that out then, I suppose. Maybe we'll pass some people who look potentially suspicious. Alright, well, that's not going to work. Once again, 47 has no problem climbing over cars and, like, scrambling through drainage ditches and stuff sometimes. But unfortunately, he has that. It's a very common illness in video games. Selective paralysis. You know, sometimes your legs just they don't want to do the thing. Sometimes you're like, huh, I should climb over this car. That was my 47 impression. And then your legs are like, nah, you should walk around. You should walk, like, all the way around. Apparently, I'm leaving the mission area. Well, that's unacceptable. Where in the hell am I going? How did I pull this one off? Oh, my blue mark is actually gone, even. Well. Alright. Let's turn around and head back into the crowded part of the city. And we're just gonna, like, go to places where people congregate and let Diana scan the crowd for us. I mean, dude's gotta be around here somewhere. How hard could it be to identify someone entirely by an old photograph in Mumbai? And I know, I made that joke already, but you know what? It just keeps being true. Okay, crowds. Just get around the crowds. Hey, look at all these people. Well, that guy's wearing a mask. How would we even know?
47. That nose. Those eyes. That can only be
that chiseled jaw.
The Maelstrom. Identification confirmed.
Okay.
Shame, not the Maelstrom.
I'm sure that guy's not, but this guy is. Should have known. He has a name tag on that says, "Hi, I'm the Maelstrom." Don't look at me. Hey, buddy, don't look at me. Alright, well, I'm just going to follow him around. This, it turns out, might be pretty fast. Oh, is this other dude his bodyguard, maybe? He's certainly an intimidating sort, and he is walking around sort of armed. I mean, it's just an umbrella. You could probably mess somebody up pretty badly with an umbrella. I could just shoot the guy. Oh, no, they're parting ways. Could just shoot the guy, but it feels to me like this, you know, this guy deserves something a little bit more aggressive. Somebody over there can tell that I am not one of these guys. I mean, I could probably just take him now. It doesn't feel very poetic. And actually, he's close enough to the dude in front of him that I might get caught. Where are we going? Apparently we're going somewhere very interesting.
Maelstrom's return to Mumbai. Oh, it's so exciting, man. I hope. You're a creepy fucker, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, people have said that before. That guy saw me crouching.
Hi, did you hear the Maelstrom's return to Mumbai? Oh, it's so exciting, man. I hope we get to meet him.
I had heard the rumors, yes.
Wo purane din yaar. He's going to bring us back to the old days. Back when the crows were a force to be reckoned with.
You think so?
Hi, yaar, ekdam. It's about time. There's been too much chaos, too much insecurity, and for too long.
Well, let's hope he can make a difference then.
Okay, apparently this guy just wanted to walk into that part of the drainage ditch for a moment. You know what? I know this isn't poetry, but the suspense is too much. I can't handle it. I gotta know what happens in the rest of the story. So we're just gonna do that and disappear.
Very well done, 47. Let's finish this one.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It feels a little anticlimactic. How do I get out of this? Am I gonna have to go... Oh, hey, free fish. Am I gonna have to go back out past the body? I totally am. Okay, well that's not ideal. And you know, the moment I get near that body, someone's gonna come down these stairs and go, "Hey, did you kill that guy?" Don't mess with me. I have this fish right here. You, please drive me out of India. I have to pay 2 coins. Well, fortunately, I got that under control. Do you accept barter? Because I have this very fine fish. That's pretty funny, though, that they make you pay 2 coins, so that it's possible you could get over there and be like, oh no, I can't take the taxi. We just kind of assume that 47 always has as much money as he needs, but apparently that is not the case. Also, the fact that you have to have 2 coins means that, like, the ICA didn't send you in there with any money, which is crazy, because they have basically unlimited resources, it seems like. You can't, like, just put a 20 in 47's wallet before you send him out on a mission? Alright, so that, yeah, like I said, a tiny bit, just the tiniest little bit anticlimactic there. But it's okay, because this next one is gonna go, it's just gonna be totally mind-blowing. Possibly. I don't, as always, don't know anything about it. So we picked up some new stuff from Mumbai. Did we unlock any new items? Looks like it might just all be level stuff here. Okay, we got ourselves a master-crafted shotgun. Hard to imagine me wanting to bring a shotgun to a mission. Okay, we did unlock the silver ballers, which are basically the same pistol we've been using, except they have a thing where you can hold shift and tighten up your aim for a second. Honestly, like, functionally probably pretty much identical, but I feel better when I use it, so... Okay, I'm gonna just... Yeah, we're just gonna skip right through here. We're doing okay on Mission XP, sort of.
According to records, this was a youth correctional facility until 1962, when the estate was overtaken by an obscure Soviet research fund, the Institute for Human Betterment.
Looks deserted.
The place was abandoned after a fire in '89. Then, only a few weeks ago, it was acquired by an anonymous investor using cryptocurrency.
Always a bad sign.
He's here.
Be careful, 47. The breadcrumbs were almost too easy to follow. It could be a trap.
Not a trap. An invitation.
I was gonna say very much the same thing. 47 got to it first, which honestly has me a little worried that maybe I'm not as clever as I thought I was.
You came home. I knew you would. You've come a long way, 47. And even now, you don't remember.
This place.
This was our prison, where Father trained us, shaped us into killers for Providence. Now, you don't remember. They ripped it out of you, wiped it away, but I do. I remember everything.
You're a terrorist with nothing to lose. You'd say anything.
I know, it's difficult. You never miss your mark or question your function, but we made a pact. You and I. Do this, and we both lose.
There was an incident. That boy, he died.
He lived. Because of you. Don't you remember his name? You know this. Deep down, you know. What was his name?
Subject 6. Your name is Subject 6.
And what is our purpose?
To take them all down.
I kind of wish that he would have said man-hitting. I know that they're not going for the comedic tone in the cinematics so much, but come on, the rest of the game is already like that. You could just roll the rest of the way in. What is your purpose? Man-hitting. I must hit all the men. All right, we gotta keep moving on here. I'm very surprised that that dude was willing to just like face-to-face meet us there. I figured that was going to be another breadcrumb along the trail. I guess there's not enough levels for them to do that breadcrumb thing for very long.
We were gonna tear it all down. The Institute, Providence, everyone who'd ever hurt us. We failed. The partners grew paranoid, made sure that Ortmeyer's children would never challenge them again. I'm the only one who got away unchanged. The only one left who remembers.
Ortmeyer was Providence.
Everything he did to us, everything he made us do, it all leads back to them.
I'm breaking more rules than I care to count, Mr. Gray. What's your play?
The partners hide behind a cloak of anonymity. Only one man knows their true identities. Your client, the top controller, the one they call the Constant. He is the key.
But he is untraceable. So what am I missing?
A man would come to the Institute. A man with a Providence pin. The first Constant. If we find him, if he's still alive, he's our way in.
You don't know who he is, but 47 does. That's what this reunion is all about.
Show them.
You're just gonna hand it over. Our one bargaining chip.
Olivia.
Fine. 47's memory was erased, irreversibly at the time. But after Ortmeyer's death, his estate was acquired by the Ether Corporation. And they made an antidote.
An antidote to memory erasure?
It's a long shot, I know.
I mean, I guess that's not any sillier than the memory erasure itself.
We don't just join the revolution. ICA is neutral. We don't take sides.
I hate to break it to you, but
Diana.
neutrality is a side. It's the side of the status quo.
People have died. Civilians. You align yourself with terrorists, murderers.
Sometimes even monsters serve a purpose.
Look,
Enough. You have a choice. But I made mine a long time ago. I will finish what I started.
Subject 47. Most gifted of all my boys.
So you're the pick of the litter. Tell me about the incident.
The subject ran away. He and another boy. The instigator was punished accordingly.
As were all the neighbors.
My men did what needed to be done. It won't happen again. Bring your house in order, Doctor.
You won't like the alternative.
I remember who he is.
Well, all right, let's go hit him in the head with a fish. Okay, another life. Where are we going this time? Whittleton Creek.
Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master, a KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka. Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right. So here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus, make Providence think he was the real Shattered Plant.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report, claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Gray was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia, once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive, and we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field.
I like Diana's little dig at the end there. Hey, it's your fault we're doing this, so don't screw it up, you bald idiot. Alright, yeah, we can do this. I can do this. You know, honestly, this, visually, this reminds me a lot of a level from an earlier game. It might be Blood Money? It's been a long time since I played any of the other ones. But there was a level that took place in sort of a suburban neighborhood, so we're definitely going to the Silver Baller. That's just old school. That's good stuff. I feel like 47 in the cutscenes still looks the same as the first games, but something about his face on the model here looks different to me, and I can't quite put my finger on it. It might just be that he's posed a little bit differently. I don't know. Well, if we're going back to a level that's probably from Blood Money, then it makes some sense to put on the throwback suit as well. And we are, without question, bringing the lockpick. The lockpick has proven long ago that it is the tool. It is the one thing we must always bring. And then, like, a part of me really wants to bring the briefcase with the sniper rifle in it. I know what you're all saying. I can hear it from here, but it's very cool, and we're going to do it. We're going to use it at some point. Oh, I can put my new shotgun in there. Probably, that's not how an assassin gets things done. That's not the sneaky way. The sneaky way is to bring this briefcase with a sniper rifle in it, and then never take the sniper rifle out, but hit a lot of people with the briefcase, because that's funny. Okay, yeah, and just, it is going to be the case on all of these missions that we don't get to smuggle stuff at level 1. Fair enough. I gotta say, you probably all heard me take issue with Diana's claim of neutrality there. I find that to be a very disappointing sentiment pretty much whenever it is uttered by anyone. There is no way to not take sides. There is no way to be neutral. You can only not consciously take sides, but you will always be working in somebody's interests. Your choice is pretty much just do it on purpose or do it by accident.
On the surface, a picture-perfect suburban dream. Wide roads, golden maple trees, and verdant lawns. Most residents here are white-collar professionals, ranging from university staff to government employees.
Most, but not all. Janus's unpresuming home is protected by a host of bodyguards, and intel shows that the fragile former constant rarely leaves the property.
Nolan Cassidy, on the other hand, roams the neighborhood streets. A recent arrival, the dutiful Providence Herald is busy making threat assessments and settling in with his security team.
Now remember, this is about more than just revenge. Janus is the key to bring down Providence. So get in there and find us a lead.
Good luck, 47.
Very inconspicuous. This is about more than just revenge, but it is about revenge, so, like, you know, feel free to get in there and really fish that guy up. We didn't bring the fish! I should have put the fish in the briefcase. Think about the terror in that man's eyes as we set the briefcase down on the table. Pop it open, and there stands the instrument of his fishification. Alright, we'll try to find a fish. That's totally possible. One more thing I want to say about this neutrality thing before we move on and start playing the video game again. Oh, check out the pigeons. Run, pigeons, run! I'm Robert Frost. Pigeons hate Robert Frost. Most people who make claims of neutrality, who make claims to be in the center, know better. You should always be nervous about that if you encounter somebody who says they're neutral, who says they're not taking a side. Because they know probably that that's not true, and they're using it as an excuse to cover up being on a side they'd rather not admit to being on. So that's that guy. He's out in the middle of the street, though. I think we can maybe make him a secondary priority. Now, see, this is interesting. We could get exterminator clothes. That would probably give us pretty clear access to a large part of the subdivision. People know the bug bomb guy's around, right? The big truck is here. We got some construction workers over here. Poisonous gas in use. Yeah, see, there's signs everywhere.
You know the exterminator guy who was working on Batty's house?
Same guy who just did Cassidy's, right?
Yeah. So I let him use the green shipping container to store some chemicals. I asked him if it was poisonous, but he assured me that it was only a sleeping agent. Get this, he told me that he doesn't kill the bugs, he only sedates them so that he can set them free later.
Let me get this straight. He's an exterminator who cares about the lives of insects. What a weirdo.
I thought so too. But then, he told me this story about his pet cockroach, Pedro. It was genuinely...
Look at this, perfect stealth. Like I'm not even here.
And couldn't afford to buy him a dog, but he found this cockroach in his room one day, and he took care of him. Pedro lived in a shoebox, and he even made a little leash for him so he could take him walking. They did everything together, until one day, he heard his mother scream from the kitchen, where he had left his pet while he went to the bathroom. He rushed to the kitchen, where he found Pedro, pierced, under one of his mom's stilettos.
Oh, great! Now I feel bad for all the roaches I've stepped on.
Yo, that is actually kind of a sad story, though. How long do cockroaches live? Saw nothing. Just gonna, hide in this shipping container for a moment. Okay, free insecticide. I assume this is the sleepy type. I'm sure we can make use of that. Do I want to run out there and just brain that dude? Probably not. We should probably just get off the construction site. Now that we've managed to steal this incredibly important pesticide. You know, honestly, we don't have access to a lot of sedatives yet. I don't think I have any proper... can't get past the thing. I don't think we have any proper, like, sedative pills that I can bring on missions. So, this is actually kind of useful.
Every time he sees me, he comes out and wants to talk. And the problem is he just won't shut up. Always ranting.
Hi, I'm not listening to your conversation.
And waving piles of paper at me. As if I give a rat's ass about their problems. Let the judge sort it out. What do I want?
A lawsuit between Janus and a local resident. It might be just what we're looking for. Batty lives in number 432.
Pick one. Alright, Doc, sorry. I'm just stressing out here, okay? Please, do what you can, alright? And I'll talk later.
Thank you, Diana. I had it under control, and now that you've pointed it out, everybody's going to think it was your idea. So thanks for stealing my glory. But listen, I can also listen to the video game dialogue. I can read the subtitles as well as anybody else. Sometimes. I can read the subtitles almost as well as anybody else. Hello, it's me, the Extermination Man. I'm here for extermination. That's not even really a lie. What does this say? I'm in the garden. Ring the doorbell if you need me, and I'll be right out. James Batty. Okay. Well, you know, we probably need that law officer's clothes if we want Batty to be really forthcoming with us. Unfortunately, he is, at the moment, standing out in the open. That's going to be tough. But if he maybe wants to go to a secluded place, or... Nope, he's just going to stand here and smoke. Old school. That's not even a vape rig. What is this guy doing? I mean, it's picturesque, I guess. Hey, hi. Hello, I'm a very large bald man. Look at the size of my dome.
Can I help you? You're kind of freaking me out.
Okay, at least he reacted. So, we could just, right, take him. Just hit him with the briefcase and dump him in the bushes. Everyone's looking away. I'm doing it. Just dump him in the bushes. Don't panic, everyone. It's me, the police deputy. A Hackle 9R. Well, it's a gun, I guess. It's no silver baller, but it'll have to do. Boy, I hope nobody has to go in that bush for any reason. Let's have a word with Mr. Batty. I totally remembered. I remembered because he has the same name as that guy in Blade Runner. I'll be very disappointed if we get out here and it's not... If he gets out here, rather. And it's not Rutger Hauer. Alright, he's going to come around and he's going to be like, oh, hey, you want to talk to me about that lawsuit? And I'll be like, I don't know, I guess, man. Why don't you just flap your jaws for a while? I'm going to listen for like a couple of keywords. He's coming, right? Where actually, where is he?
I'll remove both units when I'm done with Mr. Patty's house. He's more cost efficient like that. No, I didn't get him to upgrade. Our expensive chemicals are deadly. You know I won't use chemical weapons on innocent defenseless animals.
We're basically just getting the same information we had before. Except that now we know there's still a fumigation unit hooked up to Cassidy's house, which sure seems like a way to do things. Hold on a second. I want to look at that intel item again. Ring doorbell if you need me. I'll be right out. I mean, it said he'd be right out. This is him. This is our guy. Hey, how you doing? I'm a sheriff's deputy. I understand that you have a lot of feelings about sheriff's deputies. You would like to explain them to me now at this juncture, perhaps?
Whoa, back off, buddy. I'm married.
It says back off. I was kind of hoping that he would give me more details. Okay, that's fine. Maybe we just go inside his house and find our own details. I'm gonna go back here with him just in case there's a trigger that only works like when we're actually in his yard. Oh, I'm not allowed to be in his yard at all, in fact. And somebody found the knocked out deputy, so now all of a sudden things are not great. The good news is he didn't actually see me hit him. Nobody saw me hit him. So even though they now know that a sheriff's deputy is missing his uniform, they at least won't know my description. Okay. So I guess what we could do is ring the doorbell, wait for him to come over there and check on it, and then just run in back. Right, that's got to be the reason for this doorbell, if ringing it doesn't actually get him to come and talk to you about his lawsuit. Is he moving, or... I'm just going to let myself in. And if we have to suddenly hide, we'll figure it out. Boy, there is nowhere to suddenly hide, is there? Oh dear, here he comes. I cannot get past him. Cannot get past him. Some of these plants are like remarkably solid. Okay, I certainly was not just in your yard. I can't believe he didn't catch me there. I think what happened is we were periodically breaking line of sight from him as we were running past the posts. It does kind of look like he's not actually coming over to investigate his doorbell, though, huh? That's the construction worker again. This is inconvenient. Inconvenient timing. I'd be honest with you, as a hitman, don't do my best work in the open. Okay, we're going to wait for that guy to walk past. I'm going to climb over here and just stay low. We can get into his yard this way. Not even really sure that being in his yard is valuable, especially since we know there's a fumigation unit attached to Nolan's house, and we could just, presumably, put the sleepy poison in there, and that could solve our problems. And this looks like a pretty good place to climb over. I'm trying to, like, have the camera cheat and look over the wall for me a little bit more effectively, but I think we're cool here. Something to hide behind immediately. There's a great big fire axe, which is certainly an opportunity. Maybe the thing I should have done was take out Batty and then go talk to the sheriff's deputy. Maybe that's the way that story was intended to play out. What do you have going on in here? Here we go.
Janus is apparently engaged in a civil lawsuit with another resident of Whittleton Creek. James Batty, the plaintiff, wants Janus to stop his annual landing of a helicopter near the local creek. The lawsuit also mentions Nolan Cassidy and his unlawful surveillance around town. So Janus takes a helicopter trip once per year. I think we're onto something here, 47. 47? I think it would be beneficial to locate the unlawful surveillance mentioned in the lawsuit. Perhaps Nolan Cassidy's house would be a good place to start.
Yeah, we'll get to Nolan Cassidy's house. So if I were to fumigate Cassidy's house, I would then need to have a respirator to go inside, right? In order to not just be knocked out myself. Kind of want to see what he's doing on the table over there before we go looking around any further, though. I'm going to go for it. Is this interesting? This is not interesting. Okay. I guess we can just get out of his yard. Probably we've done everything meaningful there is to do here. Alright, so is this Cassidy's house then? I imagine they'd be next to each other. Yeah, there's the fumigation unit. It looks like we're cool to jump over. Oh boy. Okay, that was a little close. I mean, we could fumigate the place now and then figure out the mask later. I'm going to do that. Throw in this insecticide. And just put everybody to sleep. Uh-oh, I got recorded doing that by a security camera. Shoot. Well, a body was found inside. It should be found by people who are also getting knocked out, right? Looks like maybe that's not the case. Maybe I overestimated the effectiveness of this poison? Alright, we're gonna have to turn that thing off. Oops! I was trying to hit him with the briefcase. Listen. Okay, well, we got some house keys. I'm just gonna, clean up the mess I've made a little bit here. And hey, check it out. Respirator. Oh, I should probably not be holding my gun in the open. Oh, here's the problem. This guy got partway out the door. Just gonna pull him further inside. And we're gonna hit that. Okay, I kind of was hoping to do that without getting seen. Yeah, the problem is there was somebody partway out the front door when we hit the poison, so it knocked him out, but it knocked him out in a place where everybody outside could see him. Well, this has gone awry. It's probably the fairest way to put it. Also, apparently the poison is not effective on people who have entered the house from outside.
All right, we made it. Stay on your toes and protect the client at all costs. I understand.
This is not usually how I would do things, but I should do this, right? Is that... hold on. Is that Nolan Cassidy? I think that's Nolan Cassidy. It's kind of hard to tell from the back. I'm gonna do it.
Jesus, no.
That's Nolan Cassidy. Shoot. Y'all look so similar from the back.
Nolan Cassidy is down. Good work, 47.
Clearly exactly the way I meant to get this done. Obviously. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, Jesus. Apparently we're gonna have to wait a second on the having a look around. I'll tell you what. This suitcase is like the world's greatest multi-tool. It solves every problem. Gotta smuggle a sniper rifle, gotta knock out 100 guys. Or, you know, presumably other things, other problems you might have. I really wish that the knocked out guards didn't appear as white dots. Like if they could be grayed out or something, that would be cool. Okay, this is interesting. I mean, there's cool stuff in here. I guess there's not really a lot of intel or anything. Okay, free flashbangs. I'll take that. You know, we haven't had a really good heavy combat section in like 2 whole videos, so we were due for this.
Freeze, you murder.
Oh boy. Nobody can survive a strike from the briefcase. Those guys are really going for it. Hey, did he just call me whiny? I don't think I have ever whined. 47 does not whine. Oh, I'm gonna get shotgunned to death. Just an observation, not whining. The good news is, all of these, all this furniture scattered around everywhere seems to provide pretty good cover. Uh-oh, this is a problem.
Take you down. No, please, just don't hit me.
That guy somehow hasn't noticed me. Oops. Well, I was holding the briefcase. I guess because he hadn't noticed me, it went into the stealth kill animation. I should probably actually, deal with this. Okay. Somebody dropped a house key. Lewinsky's house key. Bunch of Lewinsky's house keys. Apparently a lot of dudes were welcome in that guy's house. That's a design for a reasonably nice sniper rifle. I mean, it's okay. It's not quite my sniper rifle. And someday we'll prove that. I should probably deal with that as well. Or, I guess, just find the security room and turn the camera recording off, because it's almost certainly in here. In fact, that gun room might well have been it. I got distracted while I was exploring in there, but let's have a more thorough look around. I'm noticed. Stop. Stop noticing me.
Looks like we got trouble on our hands. You're going down, asshole.
Do not move another hole. Got him.
That guy really should not have hesitated so much. This is his fault. Oh boy. Oh, I should have just... You know what? No, I'm not going to kill tons of extra people just because I screwed up. If we screw up, we're fixing it in a more humane way than we did in Colombia, because I feel bad. I feel bad about all the people I shot in Colombia.
Whittleton Creek.
Alright, let's try this. Oops, that's the wrong button. Let's try this again, but this time maybe very slightly more stealthily. So we know some things already. We can take advantage of those things. Why don't we have a quick look at this stuff?
I'm Charles Blake, chairman of the Homeowners Association. I'm running for a seat in the next election. I don't believe we've met, Mr.
I'm not from around here.
I see. Not a registered voter, then.
I don't much care for politics.
Charles is running for office this year, and I know
I like your
he will be
honesty.
extremely
Just
appreciative
between you
of
and
any
me.
local resident.
I don't care about politics either.
This would be easier if there weren't two conversations going on simultaneously 2 feet apart.
lollipops, he tried to cancel Halloween and added about 50 new rules to the local town plan in an effort to try to make everything look the same here. He owns a big chunk of land around here.
Okay. Well,
We could just
is that...
step in, grab a bit of food, slip out. We wouldn't have to hang around.
Hold on. This guy's still talking. And I'm still getting the subtitles. I suppose we should listen.
And so much red tape, we can't even see City Hall anymore. If we vote him into higher office, what do you think will happen?
Well, I mean, his strategy is to be a little forceful with legislation, but...
Yeah, all right. Good luck, pal. You'll need it.
Excuse me, sir. Are you a registered voter? I'd love to tell you about a new candidate who might just change your life. Yes, sir, a total game changer here.
I'm listening.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure you're aware that voting season is upon us again. And if you're anything like me, a recent immigrant to this fine country, the candidates this time around just aren't very, savory. But we have a man here today who's about to change all that.
I don't care much for politics.
My urge to open my briefcase is increasing.
Ringing doorbells today. He has no stakes in Washington. No connections to the establishment. No allies hidden away in lawless groups that pull the strings around the world.
Boy, this guy's really laying it on thick, isn't he?
Common man who decided that he wouldn't take it anymore. He's here to clean up, to give you exactly what you want, and to make sure the government doesn't stick its nose into everything.
Fascinating. How is he going to achieve all that?
By imposing restrictions and pushing crippling laws that will bind legislators to their desks for decades. His approach is simple. Give every one of those Washington-based desk jockeys so much work they simply won't have time to enforce the existing laws. And then...
Well, that's a strategy at least. Oh. What? Apparently he got tired of giving his speech. That's fair. I was getting kind of tired of hearing it.
On my tour now. Now make sure you hand out a lot of those flyers, all right? And by a lot, I mean all of them. Got it?
I'll do my best, Mr. Blake. Knock 'em dead.
Oh, don't you worry. I practically own this town. Everyone here loves me. I'll be back later.
He's just a common man who worked his way up from nothing with only like a $20-30 million loan from his father. And now he's here to make our world better by making everyone else's world worse. And then our world will be better, you know, relatively. It's not actually going to be better. But I don't think this guy is directly relevant to the mission, at least not so far. But they're spending an awful lot of time and narrative on him, so maybe we should... I'm sorry, was that Charles Blake that just went all surfer on me? He's a scam. He's been a scam this whole time. You actually gonna get in the car? People almost never actually get in cars in Hitman. He's gonna stand near the car forever. Nope, it's not even his car. Where are we going, Mr. Blake? I've nominated myself as your part-time bodyguard. God, I wish I could walk slower. Oh, apparently we could open up the fire hydrant if we had a wrench. I want to see where this guy's going and what is going on here. Those are the two things that I want to know at this moment. What is that? That is a newspaper. Sure, I'll take that. Apparently 47 has no interest in reading the newspaper. Helen's Muffin Kitchen. Okay, we'll be back for Helen. I want to see where this thread's going. This is embarrassing. This dude's about to get yelled at. That's where this is going. Right? Right? No? You don't care at all about the... Okay. I think he was too distracted by my jaunty suit. So I guess this is Helen making some deliveries, maybe? This is a weird neighborhood. I mean, I never lived in the suburbs. I guess maybe it's just like this. But something about this is giving me a real, like... You ever see that episode of The X-Files where Mulder and Scully move into a house together and pretend to be Rob and Laura Petrie? Feels like that. Is this dude walking to the airport? He said he was going on a trip, right? kind of expected like he might hang out by his car. His driver was gonna be like, "Oh, hold on a second, Mr. Blake, I gotta go do a thing," and then he'd never come back because that's a good way to get people bound to a position in a mission here.
Helen West.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lifestyle. Cooking. Magazine personality. Got it. How old is she? Excellent. This one is in the bank.
Is he gonna go around and like hustle votes?
You don't need explosives.
Ooh, I need explosives.
Our trunk until you produce that license, okay?
Come on, man. It's scared of
Wait, no, I'm getting distracted. Focus. Hello, I'm with Mr. Blake. He behaves just like every other hippopotamus I've ever seen. Should we break into this lady's house while he's talking to her? Probably, right? That's the opportunity we are being given here. I'm just gonna maybe like step around the side of the house real quick and see if she has left a window open. Why can't I get in this window? Okay, this is very specific positioning. Ooh. So this is the Helen of the Muffin Kitchen. You saw nothing? Okay, so when that guy's walking back to his position, that's our opportunity to run in one of those doors. Oh my god. Alright, quickly. Okay, we've broken into an old woman's basement. Murder basement is what that says.
Sinister-looking basement. What could she be doing down here?
Oh man, we have gotten into something. I should not have come down here. Okay, free poison pills, of course. Poison pills everywhere. That's just this game. Huh. Oh god, if she catches me down here, I need to get out of here. I also need to steal everything that's valuable, obviously. But then I need to get out of here. I mean, it's real creepy. I don't know about murder basement necessarily, but it's definitely creepy. I'm going to keep my silenced pistol on the quick button. Frank Schmidt's bedroom key. Okay, who is Frank Schmidt? I don't know. Also, I'm in the basement, right? So this is to the outside. Yeah, okay. Well, hold on. I feel like I'm not done unraveling the mystery of the murder basement just yet. A little worried that I'm going to get caught down here. Really not that much stuff to do, it looks like. It's just really very creepy. Can't actually turn off the power. Got a lot of bug problems down here in this basement. Also, some like really big spiders, one assumes, and a fan that's just aimed at the wall. That might be the most unsavory thing in this whole place. Okay, well we got the key to Frank Schmidt's bedroom. She's making the cupcakes out of people or urine, maybe? Something. Is that a human brain? That's a human brain in a jar. It is not the only human brain she has in a jar down here, and she's canning them like preserves? I don't know, man. Uh-oh. It's her.
More or less advanced chemistry at this point. So many things that can interact.
Like, I want to know what she's doing.
Recipe must be perfect.
Can't just leave.
Supposedly tasteless, but it does something to the consistency of the cake. Maybe if I reduce the amount of milk powder to offset the added dry ingredients. The problem is that the milk protein molecules are more complicated and larger overall than those of the additive. It would slightly increase the absorption time, but probably not to the point where the additive would be rendered less potent. If only I had access to Schmidt's blood work. Well, that's all destroyed now, so it won't do thinking about it. Still, it was an interesting reaction, albeit entirely unexpected.
We need to go see Frank Schmidt and see if he's alright. There's some stuff happening on this map. Boy, how am I going to know which house is the Schmidt house? I guess we could just creep around and let the cheaty XP system tell us when we've hit the Schmidt property. What's out in the garden shed? Anything crazy? No, not really. It's going to be careful because there's a gardener right on the other side of this wall. Doing God only knows what by the sound of it. Okay, I think this is our opportunity. He's walking away. Not walk very far away. Can I hop the fence? I could. Oh boy. I could, but there's somebody in that other yard over there. I gotta just get back out of the street. Okay. Well, now I'm just an ordinary white-suited businessman back from my trip to Mumbai. We gotta find Mr. Schmidt, because he may have been poisoned. Not that I, like, super care. So this is Helen West.
Propane and gasoline. They're right there to confiscate your stuff and treat you like a goddamn terrorist.
I think that might be justified, though.
Dim-witted son, they're all like, sorry, sir. I'm afraid we need more evidence.
Is he shouting at his tablet? Is he vlogging that right now? Is he vlogging that rant? Oh. Boy, he just goes by that, huh? Okay, well. I'll be back for you. Hold on, I gotta find Mr. Schmidt's house. Now I'm all in on this other story. That's Hansen. I guess that guy could be A. Schmidt. I presume he is not Frank Schmidt, but he could be a member of the Schmidt family, perhaps? Or just their gardener. Nope, R-Cross. Well, I suppose, really, it could be anyone. It could be anyone, anywhere. It didn't have to be a house that was near the West House. What are these guys really into? Is this the backside of this flag? It is. I am not on your grass, you extremely crazy person. Alright, well that guy's very mad at me, and totally unjustifiably.
But it looks like it's the most interesting thing he's ever come across.
The new Cassandra Snow novel. Rivers of Past Years. Something like that. My wife's reading.
It's a large book, whatever it is.
Do anything around the house.
No, it's not a novel. I think it's a journal or a diary. It's one of the security people working over at that old Russian guy's house.
If that's one of
Oh,
James's
really?
diaries, it might contain some important information about his past. Our past.
I'm gonna be honest with you, when that guy popped up in my headphones, I freaked out. I forgot that he was around, and I'm just not used to suddenly hearing voices that aren't Diana's. Okay, well, I need that then. Also, you should not be reading that out here. So what are we gonna do? The thing is, I thought we were totally safe with the other guy, and somebody still managed to find the body eventually. I don't know how. I don't know what they were doing. But I mean, like, I'm just gonna do this. Whoa! He had a reaction to that. Let's get you in here. We are not going to throw him in the river. I know it will let me throw him in the river, but I'm going to resist the urge. So that guy had a Mac 10 just sitting here. Sorry, a DAC XK2. X2? Whatever. A DAC X2.
Janus's many diaries. He's apparently been the chairman of the Arc Society for years. He stepped down very recently, but is still attached to the society. Well, 47, this is valuable information.
Okay, the running lady doesn't go anywhere near the bush. I think we might be okay with that bush. Let's have a look at the intel ourselves. It's a long-winded tale about his later years as the chairman of the Ark Society. The diary details how Janus stepped down very recently and had to give up the seat of chairman to someone else. According to the diary, he's still attached to the society. Does that mean he's like, he has an emotional attachment? Or he's still part of the society in some way?
You're just so chill. Not like Janus. I have never met a man so full of bile. I mean, I'm just trying to help him, and he's behaving like a complete ass.
Check out these extremely good ducks.
It's like he knows that I know that he's hiding something, and he's enjoying that I can't figure out what it is.
He probably is. That sounds like him.
He looks like any fragile old man, but I think, no, I'm sure he's messing with me.
Well, you know, karma's a bitch, so hang in there. Something will probably happen. Okay, I assumed that would be locked. So this guy is... Oh, no, he is not actually leaving. He was talking like he was going to leave. Well, if he goes back to feeding the ducks, I can climb through the window then, too. You know what? I think this is a good enough time. Oh, I'm not even trespassing in here. Oof, boy. That light transition is a little harsh. Alright, I'll be honest with you. I feel like we've really not accomplished a whole lot here. This is an anticlimactic mission end, followed by something of an anticlimactic mission start. Unless you count that thing where I got murdered as a climax, which I guess you could.
I think he comes
Bird
early
guy.
just to chat with the birds. Spends more time with them than he does with Janus.
A couple of weeks ago, I walked past him, and I have to tell you, he gets into some pretty personal stuff with those animals. He shares an opinion on Janus. Let's just say it's not exactly overwhelmingly positive.
Well, cranky old men don't tend to be very likable. Maybe if you don't get along with the elderly, stay away from a career where you make personal house calls for them.
Burning cabin, and before
Those are the loudest birds. Really? Yeah. I can't read while holding a briefcase. It's a common medical affliction. This monument is raised in honor of Jonathan West, who braved the elements and brought lumber from near and far during the worst winter ever in Whittleton Creek. He kept many families warm and saved the entire community through his valiant efforts. We, the people, honor you. Truly, a noble soul embiggens the smallest man. So there's a male nurse who comes by to perform a health check on our target. Well, I mean, we know who that guy is. Unfortunately, there's a sheriff's deputy hanging out right next to him. We could maybe...
You're just so chill.
I could maybe pull him over to here, and then we could, I think, lift him through the window. And there's a box in here, right? Yeah, alright. That's one way into one of the target's places. I still kind of want to figure out what happened to Frank Schmidt. And I want to do that now, before we get into a bunch of stuff, and then I get shot, and then I have to start, you know, a new video. Because I'm worried that if I wait until tomorrow, I will completely forget about this weird Frank Schmidt plot, and I just have to know. I just have to know. I won't have to know tomorrow, but right now I do. Alright, so we've checked this entire street. Let's go back to the other street. I guess I didn't look at any of the names on the mailboxes over there. I think with the art and the music that our surroundings are supposed to seem kind of calming to us. And you know, obviously there's a thing going on there of it being so different from what we're usually doing that it wraps around to unsettling again. But it's not quite working for me because I'm still just like straight unsettled the first time. Okay, this is Schmidt. For sale, huh? Well, maybe I'm coming to buy a home. You don't know, there could be cash in this briefcase. I cleaned the place as requested. I was told the real estate agent would pick up the key, so I put it in the flower pot next to the door. Well, you probably should not put the key in a place where it's not very hidden, and then put a note right next to it that tells us where it is. Also, 47 does not exactly know how to open a door. I could place some food on this plate. I could pretend to be running an open house. I guess. Try to convince Janus to move. It's possible that the house key would have worked here, but obviously we can let ourselves in. Honestly, this bedroom key thing, like, we don't really need the bedroom key, but the fact that there is a bedroom key tells us that there's something worth exploring up there. A vault key card. What is going on down here? That looks like a keypad and maybe some biometric security? Oh, dear. Do I know how to do this? Why is this so easy? I'm very nervous about this. Okay, well, there's some kind of safe. Some kind of massive safe down here. Like, why was the key card right there? Why didn't I have to do anything to disable the security system? This is all very, very strange. I guess let's get up to the bedroom and see if maybe the combination for the safe is up there. I am completely distracted from the mission. To be perfectly honest with you, I kind of forgot what we're doing entirely. This is way more interesting. I'm going to put my gun away for the moment. I hear a radio, so there might actually be somebody working up here. That maybe coming from outside? Maybe. Let's see what's in the attic. Maybe there'll be another weird vault. Because I'm thinking, if you are the kind of person who gets one weird vault installed, you probably don't stop there. I wouldn't stop there. I would be so in love with my first extremely cool hidden vault that I'd just have to get another hidden room put in, and then probably another, and before long, people are coming over and being like, "Hey, SB, it seems like your giant house only has 2 rooms in it. What's the deal with that?" I'd be like, "I don't know. It's just the way the floor plan worked out. You'd have to ask the city planner, the zoning commission. Definitely no secret rooms in here."
Took place here.
Sure does.
The previous owner seems to have been connected with Janus somehow. The
Alright,
police
that's a little bit
report
of a leap.
mentions they found him here in a pool of blood. The house has been sealed off until a few weeks ago. Death was ruled as a severe allergic reaction.
To cupcakes. Alright, well maybe that vault's going to turn out to be part of the mission after all. It looks like there is nothing of value up here. So, like, this is where a bed was up against the wall, maybe? And that's the nightstand, the end table? Boy, it must have been a really severe allergic reaction. But the thing is, like, if I see this, I'm thinking, okay, the allergic reaction thing's a lie. It was clearly, like, an axe murder, and then the police helped cover it up. But we heard that old lady talking about the reaction, and I guess maybe she also only has the official story, and so she thinks it was a real allergic reaction, when in fact, you know, maybe it was actually an axe murder or whatever. Okay, there's not actually anything in here. Yeah, this is super weird, but it looks like maybe not something we can investigate any further right now. Alright, let's get to work on the mission. We'll try to get a little bit done on the mission here. And then if that does not turn out, if this doesn't turn up anything, we'll come back and figure this out another time. Okay, so I'm going to go become the nurse and then deal with Janus. I think this should be pretty simple. I guess I didn't check the house's yard. But it doesn't really look like there's anything out here. Oh, there is a ladder up into like a little treehouse, maybe? Can I use the house key? Yeah, it totally works. Okay. It's kind of interesting, because in the first game, if you tried to operate a key door and you had the right key, I think it defaulted to the appropriate thing to open it. Boy, this is pretty weird. Well, that answers where that radio was. It is, unfortunately, continuing to seem like we may not be getting any value out of this sniper rifle. I ring the bell, and then I walk around the corner. He'll come and investigate the bike, maybe? Not that I really need him to, because I could have done this with like any throwable object. Or also I could have crouched in that bush and made bird calls. That would have been cool. Silent attack. Why don't you just get in there? You know, 47 probably has some fairly serious medical knowledge. Way easier to kill people if you know how their bodies work. This might not even be the worst disguise we've ever put on. Alright, so the Ark Society... you know, we know that there's another clue to be had in that guy's house. Well, hold on. Let's just kill Janus. We'll secure his house as a place that we can just walk into, and then we'll figure out the rest of the stuff from there. Excuse me, it's me, the nurse, here with my nurse briefcase.
Sir, I will have to check you if you want to pass, okay?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Hold on. I know how you people feel about scalpels. Let me go just deposit my scalpels in this bush near your house. I'm sure you'll be fine with it. We probably don't really need to carry this in there. I'm going to come back for you. Extremely good pistol. I would never abandon you. You must trust me. Okay.
Yeah. Tossed it in the trash like the others. I really like Gunther, you know? But if Mr. Janus wants to smoke, why stop? He's ancient.
Yeah, he's been instructed to keep the man alive. A pack of smokes per day ain't gonna do wonders for Janus' lungs.
I really don't think our duty goes that far. The old man wants a few smokes during the day, so what? He's older than the trees by now. Let him have some fun. It's not like we're tucking him into bed at night, making sure the covers are neatly folded around his frail old body.
Yeah. Actually, Gunther made me do that last night.
Shut up, you're kidding.
Who's Gunther? Is Gunther like the guy who like manages the house?
This is just standard procedure.
Whoa, hey, it feels a little standard plus, if you know what I'm saying.
Thank you. New guy.
Man, I don't know you that well.
Indisposed. I'm here to take care of Mr. Janus.
All right.
Hold on.
Just ring the doorbell. Someone will
Okay.
be with you in a moment.
And to resist the urge to try to pick the lock right in front of that guy. Investigating distraction is a weird way to put it. I guess they didn't want to make a custom plate that says answering doorbell like a normal person just for this one mission. Please don't walk directly into
Who are
me.
you? Where's Lafayette?
He's not well.
Well, hopefully it's something serious. I
Wow.
wouldn't mind if Lafayette was replaced permanently. He's an insufferable bore with a room temperature IQ. But if you're the new guy, you'll need to be on time. I have a busy schedule, you know. You have a very Are you trying to be intimidating or something? That won't work on me.
See, he walked up too close to me, and now I'm getting the weird dialogue options for being too close to people.
Day.
We just follow him upstairs, presumably? I'm going to take this, obviously. Boy, this place is crawling with guards. We're going to be really careful. Because if anything goes wrong here at all, there's security cameras everywhere. Tons of guards everywhere. I have the poison, right? Yeah, okay. Probably I shouldn't mess with his radio.
Back to this thing. I'll just spend a few minutes with the inhaler to fill my system with as much oxygen as possible before we proceed to the bathroom for the health check itself.
Well, while Mr. Janus fills his lungs, I'd like a quick word with you. Please, come
Okay.
with me.
That's very suspicious. What on earth could this guy possibly want?
Alright, new guy. I know this looks like a relaxed operation, but I run a tight ship. Nobody gets alone time with Janus unless I know them, and I don't know you. So here's what I'll do. I'm going downstairs to run a security check on you. It should only be a few minutes. In the meantime, you wait in the study. We'll lock the doors and my men will make sure you don't accidentally wander off. I'm sure you understand. Please, wait in there.
Okay, well, I hope Diana has built me
You have
a
to find
good
way
cover
out of there.
identity.
I can't
No, she
possibly
hasn't.
construct
Great.
a viable ID for you in time. I'll have Miss Hall remotely interfere with their search, but we can't keep it up for long.
Okay, this is extremely doable. Diana, do not panic. I have it under control. Man, I really wish I had my briefcase. I suppose I could just knock people out with my bare hands if I have to, but like... what if my skills have atrophied? I've been reliant on the briefcase for so long. Okay, this is all very interesting stuff to look into. Some other time when I'm not on the... ooh, hey, free rat poison. Well, that's a big, weird thing. It looks kind of like this doesn't actually let me out anywhere else. Oh, I thought I saw another hatch on the floor. Alright, well, can I get... oh, haha. Never mind, the window's
Well,
open.
that was certainly an interesting turn of events. Still, no rest for the wicked, 47. You could probably slip back inside and give Janus his health check while his bodyguard is busy. Just be
Say
mindful
that,
of
but
the
I am
patrolling
unable to climb.
guards.
Yeah, I actually can't get off this part of the roof. Kind of hoping to go around to the other side of the building here. How are we going to do this? Yeah, I mean, we definitely got to get him in here, right? So, I'm not so worried about the patrolling guards as I am about all the guards who are stationary. There is a camera there, and we could... no, I don't have a gun. We're just going to have to avoid it. Cleverly. I mean, this is working alright. Okay, that guard we're fine with.
I'm back. I suggest we go to the bathroom now.
All right, let's go then.
Hopefully the other guards will be cool with me if I'm walking with Janus. They probably will not want to be seen as interrupting him, especially given how uncomfortable he seems to be with not being on his breather. We're going to go ahead and walk through the way I just walked through, though, just in case, because I am showing up as trespassing here. Yeah, the guards definitely are still suspicious of me. They're not very bright, though. Let's just get a little privacy. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to poison anything. We're just going to have to, you know, kill him the old-fashioned way. With murder. Good old hand murder. It is a little bit of a shame that they, like, have my face on all kinds of camera footage, and also all these guys are going to know me. But one problem at a time, I suppose.
of someone I met a long time ago. A young boy in Romania.
Tell me.
Wow, is he really putting that together?
Boy.
Ah, the boy. I remember his eyes better than anything. Ice cold, defiant. Maybe it was the nature of the project itself that led me to dislike him, but I felt nothing but disappointment when I looked at him. What a waste.
And I feel that same disappointment looking at you.
What project?
It was all based on one madman's pipe dream. Create an army of super soldiers through genetic manipulation. Somehow, he had
Why is he telling a total stranger this?
provided him with effectively endless resources to be wasted on foolish ideas and experiments. The project was idiotic. The subjects were erratic, unreliable.
I'm watching the timer, don't worry.
Army of reckless super soldiers when a handful of well-placed spies can do so much more for your cause.
What became of him?
Oh, I don't know. Dead, I assume. In the end, we had his mind wiped. All the boys underwent the same treatment. I didn't follow the subsequent cleanup process, but from what I understand, the doctor and everyone else associated with the project is long gone.
I see.
Yes, well, enough reminiscing.
Alright, they won't be looking for me in the bathroom right away. So we got time here. He's gonna run into the other room, then he's gonna come check the bathroom after he realizes that I've been in there and I've taken the dude out.
End to Janus.
It's just be
Death
elsewhere.
Feels like an easy way out for a man like him. Still.
Down, down.
We are close now, 47.
Alright, I want to get out of this disguise as quickly as possible. I'm definitely just going back for my suit. Okay, area was compromised, but I am relatively confident we don't need to be back in there. I'm really hoping that we don't need to be back in there. So we're just going to change into our old suit. Uh-oh. Is that guy suspicious about my... Nope.
Area clear. Proceeding to next sector.
He's feeling freaked out, but he's clearly not looking for the nurse. Unfortunately, I can't climb through here and get my suit while he's looking at me. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I just need him to walk somewhere where he can't see this window.
It's all clear. Over.
Or I suppose I could go around the front and, like, go through the door that I unlocked. You know, I need the cardio, though.
Copy, command. Still looking. No sign of the perp.
Okay. And we're cool again. I'm just going to go grab our stuff out of that bush, and then I think maybe that'll be a good place to stop for the day. We made a tiny little bit of progress. Also, we discovered some really weird stuff that I have no idea what to do with. Alright, how freaked out are the people over here going to be? Am I going to be allowed to walk back into that bush? It's not going to be a big deal even if they are angry, because obviously we can just hide in the bush. Alright, let's get all of our stuff here. What would you do if you saw a man suddenly just stand up out of a bush and walk toward you with a briefcase? That is one of the most unsettling things I've ever seen 47 do. And it seems like for the most part, things are pretty calm. Not even all of the sheriff's deputies are on lockdown. I think we just got away with that as clean as can be. So, on that high note, for a change, that's where we're going to stop for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we eliminate Nolan Cassidy, find the rest of the clues to the thing, you know, to the plot thing that I definitely was paying attention to and remember, and also maybe finally figure out what the hell is going on in the Schmidt house. And we'll see you then.